Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Thursday. It is the 9th of January 2020. Gonna look at the 7th race from Aqueduct, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And if you haven't already checked out, remember to go check out my Maidon preview video for this morning. Excellent card there for the night 2 of the World Cup Carnival for Maidon. Looked at all the races, and I think you can make some money with some of those races, and it's a good indication of how the horses are going to run throughout the meeting there at Maidon, and good building stones to the World Cup night coming up in about 3 months or so, 2 months, 2.5 months, shall we say. But let's get to the 7th from Aqueduct, which is a good race. It's a decent card today. Dare I say, better card than Gulfstream. Gulfstream's cards lately on weekdays haven't been so good, even on weekends actually. So I like the 7th race, and I had the choice to do a few races today for YouTube at my own choice, but I chose this one because I like it a lot. But the 7th race from Aqueduct, allowance optional claim per $75,000 race for 4-year-olds and upwards, which never won $10,000 twice, main claim starter or state bred allowance race, which never won. The races are optional claim price $6,250. We have a field of 6 horses going the distance of ground of 1,600 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile on the main track. 1,600 meters, 1 mile, main track. And something that sucks now here in New York City, we used to have the New York City OTV channel, or they used to call it, then they called it the Naira Network, and they got rid of it the last week on New Year's, and it kind of sucks now. So now you have to, you can't watch it on public access TV anymore, where they would show all the Naira races and the Simulcast races. Now I have to go dig for a stream online. I do have RTM, but it's then you have to waste the internet in the house, and then you can't watch, like, you're taking out a screen. But that's something. I like TVG, but that Naira Network is gonna suck now not watching it. But and a lot of people think right now, I'm speaking Chinese, but it's only people in New York understand that how good that Naira Network was. But back to the top selection here in the 7th of Aqueduct. I'm gonna go with the 5-horse Grumps Little Tots. I'm gonna go 5-3-4-1 in the superfecta. 5-3-4-1 super top selection. 5-horse Grumps Little Tots. This 4-year-old gelding by Sky Maze, so Jason Service trains Jose Lascano gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 30th of November at Aqueduct, mile and 8th in the Discovery Stakes, and the horse finished third by 10 1/4 lengths. Was drawn wide, was wide around both turns, and he just never had the good turn of foot. I think cutting back to a mile here today should suit him well, and also not facing Performer should suit him well. He lost Performer 2 starts in a row. Before that, an optional 62 at Belmont, mile 16th, 29th of September. He finished second by 1 3/4 lengths behind Performer, and this horse stalked early on, had the lead for a split portion, but then he got caught by Performer, but he still ran a decent place there, earning a 93 buyer. And then before that at Saratoga, allowance race, mile and 8th on the 3rd of August. The horse won by 1 3/4 lengths, and he basically sat on the front end all throughout and just took off clear. That was a very good run. They tried the horse before then, the Easy Goer at Belmont on Belmont Stakes Day, the mile 16 trip, where he finished third by 1 1/4 lengths, but he was placed second due to the disqualification of Still Dreaming. He was very wide that day, and it was just a very weird race. He was on the early Derby trail last year, actually ran 9th in the Wood Memorial, but I think he's in a realistic spot here today. The 1 turn mile, he has the speed to win here. Also, I think he come from a little bit behind like he did early on in his career. 4 to 5 will take him. If there's going to be a little bit of an upset, I think the 3-horse Felix and Fabula could get the job done. This horse has been running these decent races as of recently. I like the horse back to a 1-turn mile. Last time out on 2 turns, I think he was just a little bit too wide, but back to a 1-turn mile, back to Aqueduct, where this horse has run his better races. At 6-1, he's a horse you definitely don't want to keep off your multi-race tickets. I know I'll use him there, depending on his price. If he goes higher than 6-1, if I get like 12-1 out on my post time, I might do a very small win place on him, or a win wager. But to recap my selection for the 7th from Aqueduct, I'm going to go with the 5-horse Grumps Little Tots. Wells used the 3-horse Felix and Fabula. I'm going to go 5-3-4-1 in the superfecta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.